and that's got to hurt.
And they're lightning quick. And look, Dragon still has Christopher Daniels' leg. So every time that Low-Ki is kicking the American Dragon, Christopher Daniels is feeling the pain too.
Christopher Daniels, of course, you've been in there with him, you've trained with him, you've rode with him. What drives a man like Christopher Daniels in a match like this?
He wants to be known as the best wrestler in the world. And in my opinion, he is. But you know what? Until he's up top of the Ring of Honor and these fans believe he's number one, in his mind, he's not.
And American Dragon going back to those submission maneuvers. Very versatile, no submissions. We saw him go for the cattle mutilation and the version of the Oriental Scorpion. You don't know what he's going to come out with. And the American Dragon of Low-Ki trading chops in the center of the ring like two gladiators from Greek mythology. Low-Ki shot in. Ooh.
Hard elbow. Low-Ki down. American Dragon goes for the cover. 1, 2. Chris Daniels tries to make the save.
And the American Dragon, not the 10-year vet that Christopher Daniels is, did not hook the leg.
What's scary is American Dragon, as good as he is now, what is he going to be like when he is a 10-year veteran?
Phenomenal. Absolutely phenomenal. American Dragon now takes over Christopher Daniels, and we talked about it earlier. We talked about it in the first match, how important the first match was to set the pace of the show, and now the final match on such a show like Ring of Honor, this is going to be the last thing the fans see, the last thing everybody remembers. What a prestigious spot to be in on a wrestling event.
Eric, I've got to say it, I've seen a lot of shows. I've been a wrestling fan since I was 8 years old. I've been a pro wrestler for 8 years. This is single-handedly the greatest pro wrestling show I have ever seen or been a part of.
And the American Dragon and Low-Ki, who have teamed together in some promotions against their will, mind you, just happen to be circumstances. American Dragon snap-mirrors him over, and he's going to give Low-Ki a taste of his own medicine.
Look at these guys. Who kicks harder, American Dragon or Low-Ki? That's the question right now.
Well, I don't think it's Christopher Daniels.
Oh, Chris Daniels is going to find out.
That's not how you do it.
Oh.
An American Dragon, just 20 years old. Low-Ki, just 22 years old. Just using Christopher Daniels like a kicking bag in a dojo. And the two of them just seem infuriated at this point.
Everybody's on their feet except for Christopher Daniels. He's the only one that's not appreciating the kicks that have been given to him by American Dragon and Low-Ki. Oh!
And he got it from both ends. Christopher Daniels even starting to beg off, asking for a little bit of mercy at this point.
Oh!
And that could just break the shin.
Did you hear that? I'll be
just
surprised if one of them doesn't have a broken shin.
Absolutely. Low-Ki down, the American Dragon down. That could break a shin, break a clavicle, anything.
And Christopher Daniels is still down too, Eric.
But it's a great time for him to take advantage of this opportunity and gather his senses about him. Low-Ki and American Dragon back at it. What a rivalry these two have between each other.
Oh, yeah. For what, the last 2 years these guys have gone all around the country with this feud. A lot of mutual respect, but you know, each one of them wants to win every time out.
This is what Ring of Honor is about. Honor, respect, discipline, those are the morals of Low-Ki. And I'm sure Christopher Daniels feels the same as he just drove Low-Ki's head right into the canvas, right the back of it.
Absolutely. And instead of going for a pin, Chris Daniels wants to hand out a little punishment for all the kicks that he's taken from the American Dragon and Low-Ki.
And goes again for the same maneuver of the American Dragon. I wonder if he's going to go for those Angel's Wings.
A devastating move, those Angel's Wings. I have never seen anybody kick out of the Angel's Wings.
And again, Christopher Daniels following it up. This maneuver here, the way that he positioned himself for the Boston Crab, you know this better than I, being a wrestler, takes so much out of the back and the legs.
Oh, yeah. And he had his knee on Low-Ki's neck, which is really a lot of pain.
American Dragon right now looks like he's directing traffic in there. Maybe he's forming some kind of an alliance with Low-Ki.
A double suplex attempt here?
And Christopher Daniels has to be going on adrenaline right now.
Oh, a combination neckbreaker DDT took both American Dragon and Low-Ki down. Christopher Daniels may have both of them pinned right here.
Using a defense that's his best offense, going for both men, trying to cover both of them. And look at the determination of Christopher Daniels, continuing to go for a cover. And he's mad at Mike Keener.
I don't know if it's mad at Mike Keener or more if he's frustrated that he couldn't score the pin right there. But he's going up top, and Christopher Daniels is lethal on the top rope.
American Dragon now just chopping him. You talked earlier, you said these chops just embarrass you in the ring, and that's what they're doing right now, just embarrassing Christopher Daniels with those chops.
Oh, yeah, not just embarrassed. These are the two hardest hitters when it comes to chops.
And a double Yakuza kick from both wrestlers. Christopher Daniels right now, maybe his best opportunity would be to slide out. Maybe the American Dragon, the low-key, would forget about him. He could take that time to gather his senses.
But look at what Chris Daniels did was smart, was he rolled under the first rope so that neither man could score a pin.
Absolutely. American Dragon taking a page out of Low-Key's book, going back to those kicks, and Low-Key defending with a kick of his own.
Oh, absolutely. Whenever you think you have Low-Key down, you got to watch for those lightning quick feet. But Christopher Daniels tried to take advantage of the situation there, tried to pin American Dragon, but watch out, Low-Key is right there, but Daniels turned around just in time.
And there you go, textbook belly-to-belly suplex out of Christopher Daniels. You'll see a lot of suplexes out of Christopher Daniels in this one.
Oh, absolutely. Christopher Daniels is a master of so many different styles of pro wrestling, as is Low-Key in the American Dragon.
Christopher Daniels right now, hearing the appreciations of the fans. The fans just appreciate the efforts of all three wrestlers and everybody here tonight at Ring of Honor. Double chop. We've seen throughout this matchup, Steve, the American Dragon and Low-Key working as a team at several points.
I know, which is so much to the disadvantage. Oh my goodness, did you see that?
He used his own momentum into a tornado DDT onto the American Dragon. He brought it into a tidal wave.
Both men are down. He's got to crawl over there. Hook one of their legs. He's got him. This could be it.
And Low-Key, look at the ring awareness of Low-Key, that he was able to hook the leg while going for the cover. Very smart from Low-Key.
But another smart thing that Christopher Daniels did, he's back under the first rope. He's taking a breather. He's trying to get his senses together. And while he's doing that, neither American Dragon or Low-Key could pin him.
It's a great offense. Let the American Dragon and Low-Key beat the hell out of each other, and then he'll come maybe sneak in there and score a pinfall.
Oh!
Looked like Low-Key was going to try and give him some kind of an avalanche-style belly-to-back suplex.
American Dragon taking too much time, and Chris Daniels capitalizes.
Christopher Daniels now going up top.
Christopher Daniels, an abdominal stretch on the top rope.
And look at the added leverage he has by placing him into the abdominal stretch on the top rope.
But what's Low-Key doing?
Low-Key again back to those brutal kicks, and throughout the matchup, the more this match goes on, those kicks are going to wear them down.
Low-Key goes to the top. What are we going to see? Oh my goodness! Look at the ab muscles of Chris Daniels being stretched. His neck, the thighs, the calves, the quads, everything's being stretched right there. If he could have held that a little longer, we may have seen Christopher Daniels tap out.
Low-Key likes to call that the hanging dragon, and that was not enough. I don't know if you can get any kind of a submission as he's on the ropes, but follows through with a pinfall cover, not enough.
It just shows what great physical shape that all three of these athletes are in, that they can take this much abuse to each other's body and still wrestle at the same intensity they did in minute one of this match.
Looks like he was going for a total roll there. No, Low-Key lands on his feet. Takes him back over. The American Dragon now going for maybe a tiger suplex here. Look at the muscles of Low-Key. Just trying to get
right in the back of the head.
Christopher Daniels now. Blue Thunder Drive. Not enough.
What is it going to take to beat one of these men?
At this point in time, I think Low-Key has the advantage as he has been kicking both the American Dragon and Christopher Daniels throughout this matchup, and it has to be wearing him down. Tidal wave and a miss. No.
Christopher Daniels saw what Low-Key was planning, and he's changing it.
Christopher Daniels now.
Oh, did you see that?
Absolutely brutal. Taking a page out of the martial arts background of Low-Key. Low-Key in a real bad predicament right now.
Let him chop at his thigh. Taking out the leg of Christopher Daniels.
Low-Key up top. Low-Key can fly. Low-Key started out in the business as a high flyer and has since moderated his style. American Dragon now up. Looks like he's going to go for a big superplex there.
What's Christopher Daniels doing?
Christopher Daniels going in to seize this opportunity.
Oh my goodness. A belly-to-back superplex. All three men are down.
All three men on the receiving end of that move. Who wants it more, Steve Corino? Who wants it more? That's going to be the deciding factor in this one.
They all want it, but who took the worst bump on that? Was it Low Ki who came down first? American Dragon who was stuck in the middle? Or Christopher Daniels who used all his energy to pick up not one, but two men on the top rope?
The reputation of Low Ki, the reputation of the American Dragon, the reputation of Christopher